Alright folks, how are we doing? So today I went to Newman Cardinal High School in Bells Hill. I was doing a small talk for S1 to S6 kids, mostly boys, and just letting them, learn about my story, where I've came from, what I've done through athletics and business. And 20 minutes long. Stick around, have a little browse through it, let me know what you think, leave a comment in the comments below. Give it a like if you like it, and if you like it then we'll be back for some more, and hopefully there's maybe other teachers out there that would like me to come along and talk to their kids. Alright, you enjoy and I'll see you in a bit.
Oh, no, we back. Right, anyway, right, much younger man than me. He's going to talk to you about the kind of things I've been talking to you about setting targets for yourselves, about getting realistic goals, but I don't want to steal too much of Sean's thunder. If there's time at the end,
Absolutely.
we'll invite questions. If you ask any questions, guys, put your hand up. I'll choose you to speak, don't shout out any questions, okay? Remember, Sean is a guest in our school, so we show him the respect and courtesy he deserves, and hopefully you'll get some good ideas off this young man about how to live your life and be everything that you can be. I hand you over to Mr. Sean.
Thank you very much. So how are we doing today? We good? Had a good day so far. So my name's Sean, and we're here just to talk about how to goal set, how to take a little bit of leadership now for your from here onwards. I think even back when I was your age, I thought I'm 28 years old, right? 28 years old. Anybody get any brothers, sisters, cousins that are 28 years old?
No, 28, but 23,
Close.
24.
But you'll be sitting here thinking, oh my God, he's so old, isn't he? Right, there we go. So,
Mr. Fontana, I'm going to break all instructions and interrupt you. My daughter's 27.
Yeah.
And she's still working and achieving her goals. She's somebody with a lot of potential, but she hasn't got there yet.
Yep. And likewise with me as well. So people think, 28, that's so old. But literally, who's 14 in here? 14? 15? There we go. So anywhere between 13, 14, 15, 16, literally, in the next cycle, you're going to be 28. Think about that, right? So that's, wow. And in our life cycle, you're going to be 28 years old. But I thought that was never coming. So, the start of my background is where I came from is Drumchapel in Glasgow. Does anybody know where Drumchapel is? No? Maryhill? Anybody know where Maryhill is? So it's quite like Poso, Maryhill, Drumchapel, quite, rough parts of Scotland, where you see homeless people, you see, like lots of stuff, getting chased by gangs, chased by, golf clubs, broken bottles. I've been there in Global T-shirt. Police, knives, the whole lot. So one of my scariest stories is being chased by a samurai sword, right? And I had to hide under a car, pitch black at night. All the friends are running. I didn't know there's all these guys, gang fighting and all that. We're just sitting in a park, friends were drinking. I was kind of like, I don't like this. I don't really like this. But we all choose to be cool, don't we? Cool, so we hang out with the cool guys, who maybe smoke, who maybe drink, and then.
Could I ask you, Sean, what age were you when you attacked the guy with the samurai sword?
14 years old, yeah. And I wore the Bear Gosh, the Mera Peaks and that, I wore the Lacoste tracksuit with the Lacoste shoes, pure white, didn't want to get them dirty. I've been there spraying aftershave on me till the whole room can smell it, Been through it all. And then after that night, I was like, no way. Literally, I was under the car, I was holding on to the bottom of the exhaust, and the guys were walking around. It was in somebody's driveway as well, I can still remember it, in somebody's driveway, parked on the hill, pitch black night. They knew people had sort of went that direction, but they thought they maybe hopped the fence and things like that, onto sort of garden hopping. I just thought, I'll hide under the car. And they were walking around, could hear them, I'm going to stab him, I'm going to stab, and I'm just frightened for my life. I stayed under there for about, close to about an hour to an hour and a half. Get out, phoned my mum, she came and picked me up, and I was like, I'm not doing this again. But this happened a lot, you know, jumping over fences, chased by gangs. It happened all the time, every weekend. And I started to get a bit sick of it. They thought they were cool, you know, but then like, all you're doing is getting drunk, you're smoking, and you think that's cool. Now just imagine, now, this is where it hits home, right? This is where I started to think about this. Could you imagine any of your family members, whether it's a mum, a dad, a grandpa, an auntie or an uncle, at 30, 40, 50 years old, sitting in a park drinking buckfast on the weekend? How silly does that sound? Doesn't it? Just imagine that. But that's how maybe older people view younger people doing the same thing. They think that it's, you know, it's silly, it's immature, and you're not putting your energy into something worthwhile. You're going to sort of narrow your options later in life.
But sadly, there are people at those ages who do that.
Yep.
And though you might not see many at 50, frankly, that's because they're probably dead. Because of the lifestyle they've lived.
Yeah, homeless. Yeah, alcoholics. So I'm going to share something quite personal. I've had 3 uncles in the past 10 years die from being an alcoholic. 2 on my dad's side and 1 on my mum's side. Right? Because again, they came from Drumchapel, they came from Knightswood, they came from Maryhill, they came from Posel, and they think that they don't know any better, and they just look at, you know, the peers around them, their friends or their family members, or people they don't even know in the street, and they get influenced by that.
My auntie and my uncle died in the same year of uncle.
Yeah, you know, so it's tough, isn't it? Like, you know, and for me, I've not been drunk since I was about 20 years old, so about 8 years ago. The last time I had a sip of alcohol was at my wedding, about, hope I get this right now, 5 years. 3 years ago. I had a small shot of whiskey to toast to the wedding, but literally for 8 years I've only had a sip of whiskey just to be, you know, around toasting to my wedding. And you know, but I've been where, you know, it's all fun and it's all great, like it's brilliant, but my life wasn't going anywhere.
Could I say one wee personal story for me, just from Saturday night? I like going to the football with my pals. It's guys that I've gone to the football with since I was 5 or 6 years old, so 50 odd years ago, and we still all go to the football together. But on Saturday, we had a few drinks after the game, went for a curry. And how did it end up? 11 o'clock at night, 2 of us fell out because we were drinking. And that's the kind of, and that's at the age of 60 odd, and it's stupid.
But that's what we do.
Yeah, it's a stupid thing to do, but that's what you do. You kind of lose control of yourself.
Yeah.
And you do daft things, you say daft things.
Yeah.
It still happens to me, even at the age of 60 odd.
Yeah.
But I try to make it a very occasional event.
Yeah, that's it, you know, and coming from experience, the amount of silly things I've done when I've been drinking with my friends and all that sort of stuff, like, you know, getting chased and maybe, you know, doing, you know, that like, you know, breaking windows, breaking cars, like, that's other people's property. And because you're intoxicated, you're drunk, you don't really care about that, but that's somebody else's stuff. So that's like somebody else being drunk, getting your phone and just throwing it against the window, but they're a wall, and they're drunk, they don't care. But you're like, what are you doing, mate? Like, that's mine. It's the same in the reverse. When if you do it to a car, if you do it to somebody's house, throwing stones through windows, it's somebody else's stuff that you're damaging, that then they need to fork out money for to then replace that. And then what if they're on job seekers? You know, if they're only on £65 a week and it costs them £150 to get their window fixed, or you know, you damage their car, you kick their wing mirror off, it costs £150, and they're on job seekers, or they're on very, very low income. And it may be, right, this is a scenario, it could be a family where the husband isn't there and a mum has got 3 kids to look after, and you've just went and kicked her wing mirror in, and she has to provide food for those 3 kids. So now you've just took a week's worth of shopping away from her because you're drunk, because you want to be, you know, impress your friends, and you want to be the cool guy of the gang. And it might seem cool just now, but later on, put yourself in the position of the person about to it's not cool. But just again, think of your mum, your dad, your grandpa, your aunt or your uncle walking down the street with you by their side and kicking a wing mirror in. You'd be so embarrassed. It's like, you need to look at it from that perspective to gain that sort of, it's a bit silly. What are you going to say?
I can't remember.
See the moment?
Yeah. So I think it helps. You're
Yeah.
62.
So then that's a sort of bad side where, you know, and also I was actually really overweight when I was a kid as well. I used to get bullied. I was at Drumchapel Primary, Drumchapel High, then I went to Clevedon Secondary. Anybody know Clevedon Secondary School?
I've got
Yeah.
friends whose children went to
Yeah,
Clevedon.
Clevedon. And then John Paul as well, it's near there, John Paul Secondary. I was overweight because basically I was a very selfish kid. I wanted everything. That was, back in my day, it was like wrestlers and all that sort of stuff. My mum gave me everything. She also fed me everything. If I wanted McDonald's, if I wanted a Burger King, if I wanted KFC, Pizza Hut, chippy, kebab, you name it, I put it in my mouth. That was it. Like, I just, whatever my mum wanted to, you know, she would say no as soon as I'd fight and say, no, I want it, I'd get it. But days, weeks went on, started to get bigger and bigger. I get teased in school. Again, the cool guys would tease me, you know, slap my face, you know, pull on my man boobs, you know, call me Fatty Six Bellies, call me the Michelin Man, you know, like, you fat bee, everything, like, and it hurt, you know, and I was in and out of fights all the time. My mum had to come to the headmaster's office every single week saying, Sean's in this fight, Sean's in that fight. So this is where I decided they weren't really my real friends who I was hanging around with. They were actually starting to bully me because I was getting bigger instead of actually being my friend, you know. So I wasn't good at football, I wasn't good at PE, I wasn't good at the gym, I wasn't good at cross country and running and hockey and all that sort of stuff. So I started to lose friends, and I started to see that I didn't really have very many good friends at school. So this is where I started to make a change. And then this is where, I know this sounds crazy, but in 2004, I was 13, 14 years old. It says women's 10k, right? So pass it around, right? It says women's 10k, May 2014. My first, it sounds cheesy and lame, you're going to laugh, but my first role model was my mum. Reason being was because she was training up for that race, and you know what I done? To lose weight, I started going out running with her. So every day we'd go out, we'd run to maybe, say we run to the shops 10 minutes away, and then we'd run back. So when she was training up for the cancer research 10k, I trained with her. And
Well, that's what we're going to try and raise money for, because we did it before, you older guys, didn't we? Raise money for cancer research.
brilliant, there we go.
We did a sponsored walk rather than a run, but same kind of idea.
Yeah. So what happened was, it's purely a ladies' race, but what I done was just run beside my mum, and that was the medal that she got, that medal, but she gave it to me today to bring in to show you guys. So that started the next part of my journey, and that's where I went on to. So hopefully we can see.
Can I apologise, guys?
Yeah.
This is my fault. We weren't going to be in the hall when we could have put it up on the big screen. But
Yeah. So in 20, that's me, yeah. So that's a national championship. And 9 years later, so then that's me 21, 22 years old.
sorry to interrupt, Sean. Do you have any pictures of when you were 13, 14?
I don't know, they're
Well,
on
that
like,
would be
so, yeah.
to see the contrast, wouldn't it?
Yeah. So the reason being that I don't have any, you remember, I don't know if it, so you took pictures and then you got them developed, so you only have them on like sort of like paper copy, like cards, yeah?
I know, see when you done your run when you were 13?
Yeah.
That was when I was born.
Yeah.
Oh, that's when most of us were born.
So like I'm saying there, so now when you were born I was 13, literally double it and you're going to be my age now, you know, and it goes in so
I can
fast.
tell you that, guys. Obviously, from when you were born, Mark, to when you're 14 or 15, when you're young, that seems to take forever.
Yeah, it
But
does.
I can tell you, as a guy much older than Sean, that each of those chunks of 14 or 15 years, this in a way doesn't make sense, but you'll understand it as you get older. The next 15 years doesn't last as long as the first 15. And nowadays, at my age, a year seems to last about a week.
I know.
It's incredible how quickly time passes.
Yeah. So this is a medal from there, right? So that was my first ever gold medal.
In the Scottish Championship.
Scottish Championships, yeah. So,
What was
Since-
that one?
that one here, yeah, on the right. So if you can think back, like 2003, it took me around about 9 years to get a gold medal. So then, how do you go? Well, how do you start from going 0 to gold? You start. That's it. You keep doing it. You keep going. So these little photos here. This is me. I moved down to London when I was 19 years old. So in 5-6 years later, I moved to London. I became a personal trainer. And the reason I got to become a personal trainer in London was because I stuck in at school, even though I didn't like it. Who here hates maths? Who here?
Would you really be in that too?
Who here hates English? English, right?
Wait, what?
I like English because of English.
Who hates Spanish?
Oh, no, man, oh,
Oh la la.
Popular.
You know, that's it.
Spanish is like the worst subject.
No,
I can't even go.
Right.
So I think it's French.
Yeah.
I'm in math
Right.
right.
But what you've probably started, you know that this is happening, but you're not probably thinking about like how it's happening. So you go to school and people don't like school. But see at the end of it, if you get A's or you get 1s, depending if you're in higher or GCSEs, you get 1s or 2s or 3s, or you get A, B and C's. Now, you don't like going to school. Some people don't like going to work. But at the end of the month, they get paid. They like getting paid, but they don't like going to work. But they like getting paid.
You need a book too.
Boom. Sometimes you need to do stuff that you don't like to get to where places that you do like. Let me say it again. Some things you need to do that you don't like to get to places that you do like. Right? So in school, I had to get my act together. I had to start getting better at maths. I had to start getting better at English. For me, it was French. I had to get better at French. So a little bit different, but again, similar things. But what I really loved was biology, especially human biology, because I'm like sports background. I loved knowing how the body worked, but then also loved PE. Who loves PE? Who likes PE? Who doesn't like PE?
It depends.
That depends. Depends if it's, you know, maybe cross country or hockey or badminton or those sort of, but if it's football or whatever, you know.
I just like the physical.
You don't like the practical stuff. So same here, and that's where English comes in though, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So this is where we're going to get into the what you don't like to do what you do like. So PE, you get the good side, the physical side, where you have fun, you run around mad and it's brilliant. There's the other side that you need to be good at, and that's the writing side. So like I said again, to be good at something, to get an A or a first, 1, 2 or 3, you need to sometimes do things that you don't like to do things that you do like. And that's going to be every way, which way through life as well. So when you get out of school, it might be college, it might be university, or it might be a job. But there's going to be maybe some things, subjects, people, or certain times that you need to get up where you don't like it, but you need to get it done so that you can get the things that you like to do. So from here, I went from school. I actually didn't get very good grades. I didn't get to university, so I had to go to college first. So I went and done a HNC and a HNC.